You looked. You looked for a certain topic when you were doing a search on the internet. And right now, at this point in the video, you're wondering that you're watching, that I'm doing. You're wondering, is this going to have anything to do with the topic? You know, is this guy going to say anything that's going to have anything at all to do with the topic? Really? I mean, I searched for it, and oftentimes that will happen. And you really want to hear me talking about this. As you know, I've had it happen to me, so that's how I know. If it didn't happen to me, I wouldn't know. But basically, you searched for the tip of basically what's the most important tip that I would give you or somebody could give you about living in Tokyo, or even visiting. Like if you're a visitor, for example, you don't actually live in Tokyo, you know what I'm talking about? I mean, what would it be? What would it be? And as you can see, it's a very crowded city. It has like a certain rhythm, it has a speed, it has like a pace, you know, basically. And so what happens is when you are actually in a hurry in real life, you're in a hurry, what's going to happen is you're going to bump into all these other carbon-based life forms or people. And when that happens, both parties will be unhappy. So what we try to do is we try to not be in a hurry. And for example, you can see that I'm probably in one of the most crowded places in Tokyo. It's not the most crowded time, but it's one of the most crowded places, so it's not exactly the most crowded time. And so that's basically the bottom line. You're not in a hurry. You try to plan ahead for your appointment, whatever that may be. And the appointments can vary quite a bit. But you know, you plan ahead before the appointment. You train, schedule, all that stuff, and you try not to be in a hurry. You know, because if you're in a hurry, you will keep bumping and bumping and bumping and bumping and bumping into people. But you can see right now that I am actually walking slower and no one's freaking bumped into me. So they're actually, you know, they're trying not to. But if you're walking quicker than the flow, they don't have a choice. They will bump into you, or you will bump into them. And both parties will not be satisfied with that inner reaction, if you will, for the most part. I mean, most people don't enjoy that, you know, basically. And also, it's like you're bumping into somebody, it's like you're touching somebody that you don't know. And that's very personal. I mean, you don't want to touch people that you don't know. You want to know the people before you touch them, I hope. You know, so basically, that's another thing, is to not touch people that you don't know, which is going to happen. I mean, no matter what you do, it's going to happen. It's an inevitable. But how to reduce it down, how to boil it down to where it's not a constant ongoing thing. You know, you just go with the flow. Basically, that's my biggest tip. You know, otherwise, you're going to have intimate relations with people you don't know on all different kinds of levels, you know, and some of it might have some pleasure involved, and, you know, and a lot of it will probably not. It'll have a lot of fear, basically a fear-based type of interaction and stuff, and you don't really want that. And also another thing I'm going to tell you, and this is a secret for me today, tomorrow, you know, this is a secret on top of the tip, is other people have germs that you might not want. Let me repeat that again. Other people might have germs that you might not want. Trust me. And so, I mean, that's a whole different thing. But basically, you know, if you're not in a hurry, you're not going to be bumping into people, and you'll have a much more enjoyable stay or visit in Tokyo, as you see. So that's about it. That's all I can say, is that's the most important tip for me now. Could change. For now it is. Okay.